So, hi, everybody is showing up here in our amazing podcast of the Woman in Wisdom. And as you know, because I really believe you have seen several pods before, we are women coaches out of all the world. Me, I'm from Germany. We have Bree from Florida. Arta lives right now in Paris, and Camila in Poland. And today we have chosen somehow the topic of faith, but right now we are talking about doubts. And yeah, it could be interesting also talking about doubts, and maybe doubts are leading to faith somehow. What do you
It's a
think, ladies?
it's a law of polarity. If there is a faith, there must be a doubt. And the opposite, if there is a doubt, there must be a faith. And you are the best teacher of it, Michaela.
Oh, thank you so much, Camila. I don't know, guys. Did you know, uh, or did you realize if you are in doubt and you are doubting yourself and you are doubting somehow what you are doing or what you are thinking, there maybe is you have the faith is hidden somehow. So you have to find the faith. So it's like a play. You you have to you have to play hide and seek somehow sometimes to go on. And yeah, for me, I have so much challenges like everybody of us. And when I am in doubt, yeah, I somehow ask myself, what do I want to have? That's an amazing question, I think. And somehow it leads to faith. I want to have faith in that what I do and that what I talking about. And yeah.
Abraham Hicks even says it's not a matter of faith. It's not even a matter of faith. It's a matter of alignment, of my alignment. I'm amazing. Bree, I want to listen to you.
I was just thinking about the moments where I come up against myself and doubt. And it's just like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing all of this? Like, what is this for? And I easily pivot because I'm like, well, what else would I do? This is what I'm here to do. There's nothing else for me to do. I can't imagine doing anything else. So my only answer is to continue moving forward. So I don't spend too much time in doubt around that. Um, but that was the place where I come up against myself from time to time. It's like, what am I doing? Why? And then I have no other option. This is what I'm supposed to do. And then I move forward. So it's an interesting place. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Somehow I think there's coming something that there's coming something new after the doubt. So maybe the doubt is an invitation to create something new. So so maybe we can see it like that.
Yeah, that's interesting because as you were saying that, it does. It feels like a pause, or maybe it gives me an opportunity to take a step back so I can perceive things from a new alignment, a new aligned view, right? And then I get the information of what I need to do next. So I think when things aren't moving the way that I expect them to, and I see this in my clients all the time, right? We have an expectation of how things should happen rather than how they are happening. And so when they're not moving in the way that I expect, then I can feel that feeling of doubt or being unsure. And then that gives me the opportunity to question myself and take a step back. And those questions lead me into the next phase of movement and growth and alignment. Yeah.
So that's so interesting what you are telling. While you are speaking, I asked myself, so we how do I say this? We are put an energy on the words. So doubt somehow had somehow a little bit negative energy because you don't want to have doubt. But maybe we can change this and have put a positive energy on it and said, oh, interesting, there's a doubt. And like you said, make a step back and look at it. Where do I want to go? Maybe it's somehow like an alarm clock. to tell myself, or to get myself to the awareness or the consciousness to see, okay, what I'm doing right now, is this what I want to do, or where do I want to go right now, to
Yeah.
re-ask myself somehow where I am right now, or am I in somehow something in this thinking process. Maybe it's also an alarm to get out of the thinking process, more into this feeling process. And like you said, Camilla, the alignment for where do I want to go, and what are the aligned feelings with that, and to somehow maybe let myself uh, somehow lead myself to the point I want to go.
I, that that was so interesting because as you were talking, I was doing the things that I guide my clients to do is, just feel the feeling of what you're feeling without defining it in any particular way. So I started to feel that feeling of that I was calling doubt, and what I was noticing was that it was really, lack of trust. And so that kind of leads us back to the faith question, right? So I wasn't trusting myself, I wasn't trusting my ability to create, and then, you know, and then somehow I would be able to make myself pivot or get the movement again of feeling aligned and trusting the cycles of things. I'm in a cycle right now where there's not a lot of movement on the surface, but there's a lot of movement happening underneath. And so I really am rooting myself in trust or in faith, and that everything will align and come into physical being at the right time, so that I'm in an interesting place with that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think we when we have like a specific desire or like a change we want to make really bad, we sometimes tend to lose that belief or faith in our creative power when things are not happening right away. Because I think it's also human, it's very human to be a little bit impatient. Like, when will this carrot, when will the seed become a carrot? I have been watering it every day, and I have been focused, I have been persistent, I have been, expressing love and being authentic and being all the things, right? So when is this carrot going to show up? And one of the things I was thinking yesterday was going through some of the things that what I might be getting from not having the carrot right now. I think it's also interesting to think about that, because there, just an example, somebody who desires to be very successful and happy and living their dream, but they have a habit of complaining and getting attention from complaining to the friends or family about how hard life is, or that things not going with me, and they get attention from that, which is comforting, and they're like used to having this affection through complaining about how bad life is. So in order to actually get the carrot, they need to let go of this habit of complaining and getting attention. So I was thinking about that, like, where are my maybe some blind spots that are comfortable for me right now, where I am holding myself that, carrot away from me. And one of my beliefs was that successful business, for example, and a lot of money will cost me my freedom. And I'm noticing how I am getting over this belief by working in a way that fits me, by implementing those ways of working that feels right to me, like, getting rid of those ideas about launches and events and all that, which is like feels like a burden, and it will cut my freedom away. So this thing, I think, for me is quite big one, to get used to the idea that I can be free I can have time and I can have money and I can have plans and I can help them. You know, this is something that was in my mind.
And that's something that you do not see, but you believe it. You have faith in it. And it happens. Oh.
Yeah, while this masterclass I'm in right now, that was this interesting thing. And while you were talking, Arta, it was amazing because I also know this, what you're talking about, that yeah, you have this attention from people and they talk to you, oh, that's so hard, and what will happen when you have so many clients or something like that. And yeah, in this masterclass there was this thing to allow to come these things to you, to be open for all these things, to receive, to allow yourself to receive these things. That's also what's making more, yeah. So
Yeah.
while I have this picture and I love it so much, creating these inside pictures for me, that my clients are standing at the fence, at a very beautiful fence, and I am open the doors and they're coming in. I get them into
Yeah.
my lovely room, and creating something very
Yeah.
wonderful for them. And I never had this picture before, and I love this. So while I'm creating these pictures, and I'm creating also the faith that it will happen, because I really believe, I really truly believe in the creation process, you know. And if creation doesn't happen, there's a reason for that. There's somewhere a reason for that. So maybe yes, somehow maybe you aren't ready for receiving. So what should, and I love this too, to send these intentions out in the universe. And I really, because it happens so much, several times, that just coming to me, the answers coming to me very easy, and it gets faster and faster. And I look at this and say, oh yes, there's there I have to look at, or this, that I have to change a belief, or even have to change my energy. And also what I really recognized the last days was to have the courage as I have this picture of a really, you know, a comedy, a comic or fantasy warrior woman, you know, and really beautiful with long hair. And I have this light in my hand, and I'm going forward through the dark, and all my clients are back of me and follow me. And I really protect them, because I am somehow the warrior to lead them out. And I love this picture so much, and to work with these pictures also, to get the faith that I could do this. Often, even if you are right now not so successful that you like you want to, you know, you also have to have this faith that you are able to create this success, and that you are receiving, that you allow yourself to receive
Yeah.
the success, you know. And yeah, I love to play with these pictures right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I would love to say about two things. Number one is that certainly our audience sees that whenever the coach is talking, one of the coaches, the other coaches do like this, all of them at once. And it looks so funny, you know, I can't stop laughing. And we all do that too. Yeah. And number two is that, well, me, the biggest skeptic in this group, talking about faith, it's a huge step forward for me, because I'm starting to finding it, you know. So many months ago, Michaela, you were telling me so many important things. And through the whole year, Brie, you were telling me so many important things, and I couldn't hear them. I was not ready. And my accountability partner, the best ever, Arta, was telling me so many practical things, and I was hearing them. And now I started, well, basing on the knowledge I had from our mentor, I started to look for the guidance. How am I to build my faith? When I was a kid, I rejected the faith in God and in religion. And so I was not believing in anything, including myself, you know. And it's the faith number one. Do you believe in yourself? I found this key while I was a negotiator, and after a while, I realized that, goodness, if you don't believe, what do you negotiate? You are unable to get any achievement. No way, it's not possible. Because if you don't believe in it, it will not happen. And it was working like, you know, the light switch, on, off, right? It was clear. And number two was, if you believe in yourself, that you can achieve in this relationship whatever you want, or this what you want, right? And it was the key number two. And it was my basis for building my faith in everything and all the creation. And I'm still looking for it, and I'm certainly not a master. I'm still very skeptic, but I am finding the clear rules for having faith, for believing truly and from the bottom of the heart. And as you all know, probably, I am reading this lovely book in Polish. I read it in Polish, and I want to bring the quotation to all the skeptics that are listening to this audition in Polish, and then I will translate it. Wiara bowiem to nic innego jak świadoma myśl oddziałująca na podświadomość, która uznaje ją za prawdę. Faith is nothing else but the conscious thought impacting your subconscious mind, and then subconscious mind is finding it as truth. And it's just one sentence, but it's so clear, and it works this way, right? So if we want to believe, we simply have to consciously think about something, and this thought will bring our subconscious mind the faith. I want to add something more, because there is an absolutely amazing book of Neville Goddard, and we're talking about it very, very often. Faith is the secret. Feeling is the secret, right? And if you add Neville's feeling to this conscious thought, and you feel it in your body, and you feel it in your mind, and all your consciousness, you add this emotion, it makes miracles. It's my biggest discovery of the whole year, I guess. And again, I want to thank you all for bringing me here, because without you, I think I wouldn't get it.
Camilla, I laugh because every time you say skeptic, I totally don't see you. I think you're the least skeptical person of all of us, yet you still put on the skeptic hat because it's serving you somehow. But I find that once you take that hat off, you'll see and connect with the fullness of your power. And I had this image of you negotiating with yourself as skeptic, seeing you playing both those roles. I think that would be amazing, because in that I feel that you'll see you're not skeptical at all. I would even venture to say that you're more just, questioning and curious rather than skeptic, because with skeptic there's no room for growth. It's very limiting, and you've grown so much in these last few months. It's been incredible to witness. And so maybe, like we were talking about, not defining doubt for you, what would the feeling of it be if you weren't defining it as skeptic, and what is it really? And I think that will open a whole new portal for you.
Maybe. But for sure, I'm questioning, right? And I love this character of mine. It's typical for all the negotiators. And I feel myself a negotiator. I ask questions. This is true. I want to know how it works. And while we were talking about, and we heard from our mentor, you have to do this and then this happens. I was questioning, but how? How does it work? And I needed to know how this faith works because I was not experiencing it for 40 years.
Can I ask you? Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say because you weren't feeling it. Go ahead, Arta.
Can I ask you, ladies, how, like, if you had to choose one word to describe how faith feels to you, what would that word be?
Serenity.
How does faith feel? It's like trusting and open. That's not one word, but
I can't put this in words. It's a feeling deeply inside of my body, and it's more in the underside of my body. So, and it's really deep, and it's more I don't know the word, but no, it's not a highly feeling. It's more I don't know if the word is right, dumpy or dumply, or it's more a deep feeling, somehow an earth feeling. I don't know, more grounded or so. And I don't know where is faith in the chakras. I don't know. It could be interesting maybe to look at that.
Nice.
Where you get it?
Maybe in the second chakra. I thought I feel it more in the second or in the third chakra. In this,
like safe, like feeling safe.
Yeah,
like safe, grounded,
somehow.
stable.
Yeah.
Cool. I think for me, it's when I deeply feel faith in what I desire and in myself, I feel joy and gratitude also when I'm like really connected with that, like, oh, I'm so grateful that my dreams are coming true, that kind of feeling. So it's good to know and come back to this in just to remember this feeling when there's moment of doubt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, guys, we are so we are right now in this place where we end. Some minutes left, so I also want to say to Camilla, so there was this seeding. We are planted seeds all the time, and somehow some seeds are going up earlier, and some seeds are growing up later. And yeah, it's amazing when you have this insight. Oh, right now I understand what they are telling me several days or weeks or months ago. And yeah, that's so nice that you let it, you open for this, and that's why the seed is growing. So yeah, faith, a big topic and very interesting. And please, if you didn't do this already, subscribe for our channel, and that you don't miss some podcasts. Every podcast is amazing, and you get so much out of it. Stay with us, and a big happy new week start. And yeah, let's see what we talk about next week. So have a great time. Bye.
Wow, bye bye.